Beautiful friend. Hello, VeronicaKrestow here. And today is a very good day. You know why? It's Treasure Tuesdays, and it is most certainly a good day for miracles. Oh, so good. Speaking of miracles, I'm making this video for you if you've had a challenging year and you would like a miracle. You would like to close this year off in the essence of miracles and transformation, the essence of freedom, love, peace, harmony, balance, regardless of the type of year you have had. I'm also making this video for you so that you can prepare the soil for a powerful 2016. So in the same way, I'm an advocate for the way you go to sleep at night being a strong indicator of how your day is going to go the next day. I am also an advocate of reminding you that the way you close one year is the way you typically enter another year. It's the same in relationships. The way you close one relationship or end a relationship typically determines the way you enter a new relationship. This is why it's so important to complete incomplete cycles of action, to really make peace, to forgive, to let go of anything that you've been harboring from the past. So the other day, on last Friday, actually, I was on a call with one of my partners in Shine, and I highly recommend this too as a little side treasure tool to have someone in your life. And if you don't know anyone personally, then to have a coach or somebody to really hold a high vision for you, to hold a high vibration for you. And vice versa, if it's not a coach, to have a friend you do that with and you support them, they support you. So this particular partner in Shine, we meet once a month and it's really powerful. There's no processing on our calls. We don't get into any of the heavy stuff. We just basically hold a celebrational space for each other to share our wins and to really dive into the gratitude that we're feeling in our hearts. And sometimes there's heavier stuff that comes up, but we do not go in there and give advice. We just hold a compassionate, silent space to hear the other person. It's very powerful. It's a great agreement you can make with a friend to try, try it and expand into this new form of relating with another human. It's absolutely beautiful. So we were on our call, and just before our call, actually, she sent me, she's a powerful coach as well, and she said, how about we finish this year with using our call to really track the 10 gems that came through during this last year. And so I'm going to share with you the two questions basically she prompted to me so you can use them right now to transform your perspective of this past year and prepare you for a powerful, amazing 2016. If you're catching this video at a later date, somewhere in the middle of 2016 or years later, you can use this at any time, okay? It's really about preparing the mental soil to awaken a new possibility in your life. So all you'll need for this is a journal and a pen. And I just want you to write these two questions down, okay? So the first question is, what are the top 10 gifts that came through this past year for you? So those gifts, those gems might be in the form of an opportunity that came your way, a financial breakthrough, a relationship, maybe you overcame a relationship challenge or you brought in a new relationship. Maybe you closed ended a relationship that wasn't working. Maybe you had some kind of job opportunity or a mental pattern that used to really get you stuck, somehow doesn't get you stuck anymore. Maybe you had a body, like a health upgrade. So really to write down 10 of those. When this question was prompted to me by my friend, my partner in Shine, immediately I was like, it wasn't really that big of a year. I was so focused on slow and steady and like really moving in a deeper place of presence, not launching too many programs, just really, and immediately I just thought, there's really nothing that happened this past year. When I started writing it down, I was like, wow, it's amazing when you put your focus on the positive, what comes forward. The first one I wrote down was I published my first book, The Diamond Process, and that would have been enough, right? And then I just kept going and I was like, oh my God, so many things. Got hired for a mindfulness I'm basically creating a mindfulness program for corporations. I started my coaching program where I train coaches in the dining, the diamond process, dine on an extraordinary life. So all these different things that kind of blew my mind because they were big, big leaps, financial leaps, and definitely relationship leaps and mindset leaps, like all kinds of beautiful, beautiful shifts that took place when I took the time to actually acknowledge them. My perspective shifted. So I invite you to, even if nothing big happened this year, like publishing a book or whatever, I promise you that by focusing on the little things that are working, and there are definitely little things in your life that are working. If you slept in a bed last night and you ate food this morning, you have positive things in your life. So I would write down, another good thing to write down actually, synchronicity. When you ask for something or you need something or you have a thought and then it shows up in your reality. Just those reminders that yes, we are met with miracles every single day. And when you write them down and acknowledge them, they tend to flow through even more powerfully. Okay, the second question I would like for you to write down in honor of expanding into an extraordinary 2016 is to write down what are the incomplete cycles of action that you need to complete. What are the things that are not, the ends are not tied in your life. For example, you might have a project that's kind of on the side. You might have a conversation that you've been putting off with somebody. You might have, if you're a coach, maybe you have a client who still has a session left who you haven't met with, and you want to complete that by the end of the year. Maybe, there's so many different things. So really look at the things that you need to complete for closure so that you can step into 2016 in a really clear, empowered way. If you had some kind of goal that you didn't finish this year, just to close it up or reignite it, one of the two. Sometimes the most powerful way to finish a project is to complete it by not completing it, by making the choice that you're just not in alignment with it anymore. Very consciously completing that vow and getting rid of all the materials associated with it, thanking it, honoring it, and letting it go. The things that are not complete in our lives really take up energetic space. It is super important to clear the clutter, not just in our environments, but in our mental and professional and financial and relational worlds, like every area of our lives. So those are the two questions that if you take the time, just hit pause here, or when this video finishes, take the 10 minutes and write it all down. Write down 10 gems that came through for you in 2015. Once I started writing them, there were at least 15 or 16. So if you get more, then keep going. If you can't seem to come up with 10, come up with 10. You can do it. I know that there are 10 within this past year. You might want to look at your calendar and really sit with a candle or some tea and go back and really think about it, because I guarantee you there's some goodness in there. It's really important. Your perspective and your mindset is everything. And I just want to share with you that there are angelic whispers in your life. There's guidance, there's love pouring through at all times. There's opportunities for freedom and transformation happening every single day. And you are not excluded from that. You are part of the ever-evolving consciousness, the ever-evolving energetic frequency that's moving through every single one of us, our entire planet, the cosmos, that which beats our hearts and moves our breath, is constantly moving through you. And if you take a look at life, it is designed to thrive and expand into a higher possibility, to meet its full potential. So may this process serve you well, and may you discover that this year was really amazing when you look at it through the right lens. And may this be the beginning of a bright, beautiful 2016. And as always, let's just take a breath together, or 3 breaths. And exhaling out any of those incomplete cycles of action, completing those with ease and grace. And taking a deep breath into that freed up space. And exhaling out, releasing, letting go. And taking a deep breath in of compassion to yourself, holding that compassion in, that love, that radical self-acceptance, and exhaling out. Thank you for being on this path and journey with me. I absolutely love sharing everything that I share with you, and we have some really exciting things coming up next year. I'm in the process of completing my website, which is one of my incomplete cycles of action. It's a journey, it's a process, and I'll be launching that in the new year. And my YouTube program is going to be starting next year. So there's just all kinds of exciting things. I'll be expanding the coaching program that I'm doing right now, training more coaches in the diamond process work. So there's just so much I'm inspired to share with you. And I deeply, deeply thank you for witnessing all my different facets. And may you absolutely stand tall and proud in the extraordinary being that you are. I love you, and I will see you next week. Look for those miracles today. They are everywhere.